take a look at Let Me Put My Love Into You. So this one is in standard tuning. So we're going to start this one off down here in the 5th and 7th position on the D and the A string. So I've got my first finger on the 5th fret of the D string, and then my ring finger's on the 7th fret of the A string. So we have this chord here. Then we're going to move up here to the 4th and 5th position. So I've got my first finger on the 4th fret of the D, and now my middle finger is on the 5th fret of the A. Alright, so we're going to move back and forth between these two chords, and then we're going to end up on this A chord up here. So alright, we're going to play through that a couple times. Then we're going to start to add this open E string in between the chords. Alright, now the vocals are going to start, and then when they do start, we're just going to go back to playing what we did at the beginning without the open E, and then you'll hear when you listen to the song, you'll add that open E about halfway through the vocals. It'll start back up again, I think the second time through. Alright, so then we're going to get to the pre-chorus. So when we transition to the pre-chorus, we end on that A on the main riff, but we're going to add another A before we go to E in the pre-chorus. So it'll be something like this. Then we're going to transition up here to the pre-chorus. So the pre-chorus, we're going to hit this E chord, and then the open E string, and then the E chord again. And we're going to do that same thing now in A. We're going to hit the A chord, open A string to A. And then we're going to hit A twice, grab this 3rd fret on the E string, which is G, back to A. And then we're going to play through it again, and we're going to move into the chorus. So we move into the chorus, we're going to play that A chord 3 times before we hit this D chord, so it'll be something like this. And now we're going to go to D. Alright, so that's the first 3 chords of the chorus. And when we get to that E is played like that, the strumming pattern, that time and that time only. For the rest of it, it'll play it like this. Alright, then we'll go back into the second verse. When we do get into the second verse, now we're always going to be using that open E in between the chords. Alright, you're going to play it like that until we get to the next pre-chorus and the chorus. So let's take a look at the guitar solo, see what that looks like, and then check out the end of this one. head into the guitar solo, we're just going to be coming out of that chorus with that D, A, and E. And the last time, right when the guitar solo gets started, we're just going to end on that E, let it ring out, and then play that E chord a few times as the guitar solo gets going. So it'll be something like this. Alright, so now we got the solo going, so we're going to play the same thing as we did in the pre-chorus for the beginning of the solo. I'm going to play that through one more time, and then we're going to play this. We're going to play our E chord, but now we're going to have some open strings in there as we go back to that E chord again. We're going to be strumming this a little bit more. And then the same with the A chord, so it'll be something like this. Right, so that's how we're going to come out of the guitar solo as well. We just go back into that chorus. So for the rest of this one, we're just going to be playing D, A, and E, kind of in that same pattern, and then we'll eventually come down here and play our main riff again right before the song ends. So, and also right before we do that main riff, we're just going to play an open D and an open A, and then go back to that main riff. So it'll be something like this. All right, and then it ends on that A chord. All right, so that's it for this one. We'll see you next time.